Antibiotics are nothing short of a medical miracle. They have transformed healthcare and saved countless lives. Before their discovery, even minor infections could quickly turn deadly. Imagine a world without effective treatments for pneumonia, sepsis, or even a simple cut. This was the harsh reality before antibiotics. Their arrival ushered in a new era of medicine, one where we could effectively combat bacterial infections. The impact of antibiotics on human health and longevity cannot be overstated. Antibiotics have revolutionized medicine, but their future is not guaranteed. The rise of antibiotic resistance threatens to undo the progress we've made. This makes it more important than ever to understand these powerful drugs, use them responsibly, and explore ways to support our body's natural defenses. By doing so, we can help preserve the miracle of antibiotics for generations to come. The concept of fighting infection is not new. Long before the advent of modern medicine, our ancestors sought ways to treat wounds and illnesses. Ancient civilizations, with their keen observations of the natural world, discovered the antimicrobial properties of certain substances. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, used honey and moldy bread to treat infected wounds. They recognized, even without a scientific understanding, that these substances held healing properties. The ancient Greeks also utilized natural substances like myrrh and frankincense for their antiseptic and anti-inflammatory properties. These early practices underscore a fundamental human instinct to survive and combat illness. While the scientific basis for these treatments was not understood at the time, they represent the earliest forms of fighting infection. These ancient remedies paved the way for the development of modern antibiotics, illustrating the long and fascinating journey of medical discovery. The discovery of penicillin in 1928 by Sir Alexander Fleming marked a turning point in the fight against bacterial infections. Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, made the serendipitous observation that a mold growing in his lab had inhibited the growth of bacteria. This mold, Penicillium notatum, produced a substance he named penicillin, which proved to be a potent antibacterial agent. This chance finding, a result of meticulous observation and scientific curiosity, would revolutionize medicine. Penicillin's effectiveness against a wide range of bacterial infections, including pneumonia and sepsis, was quickly recognized. Its introduction during World War II saved countless lives on the battlefield and beyond. Fleming's discovery, for which he shared the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1945, ushered in the era of antibiotics. It marked a pivotal moment in human history, forever changing the way we treat infections and understand the power of these life-saving drugs. Antibiotics are a type of antimicrobial drug specifically designed to target and kill bacteria. They work through various mechanisms, often by disrupting essential processes within bacterial cells. Some antibiotics, known as bactericidal antibiotics, directly kill bacteria. They might do this by inhibiting the formation of the bacterial cell wall, a structure that provides support and protection for the bacterial cell. Without a functional cell wall, the bacteria become vulnerable and lyse or burst. Other antibiotics, called bacteriostatic antibiotics, work by preventing bacteria from growing and multiplying. They might achieve this by interfering with bacterial protein synthesis, a process essential for bacterial survival. By halting protein production, these antibiotics prevent the bacteria from replicating and spreading. The specific mechanism of action varies depending on the antibiotic, but the ultimate goal is the same: to eliminate or control bacterial infections within the body. This targeted approach is what makes antibiotics so effective against bacterial infections. Section 5. Bacterial infections, when antibiotics are our allies. Antibiotics are powerful tools in the fight against, well, a wide array of bacterial infections. They are effective against many common and potentially serious infections, ranging from skin infections and urinary tract infections to pneumonia and meningitis. Antibiotics are also crucial in surgical settings, where they help prevent and treat post-operative infections. Their use has dramatically reduced the risks associated with surgery and other medical procedures. It's important to understand that antibiotics are not effective against viral infections like the common cold, flu, or COVID-19. Viruses are structurally different from bacteria, and antibiotics lack the mechanisms to target them. Using antibiotics for viral infections is not only ineffective, but also contributes to the growing problem of antibiotic resistance. Consulting a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatment is crucial. Antibiotics are invaluable for treating bacterial infections, but their misuse can have serious consequences. Section 6. The silent pandemic, antibiotic resistance and its global threat. Antibiotic resistance is a growing global health threat. It occurs when bacteria evolve to become resistant to the antibiotics designed to kill them. This resistance develops through natural selection. Bacteria with mutations that allow them to survive antibiotic exposure are more likely to reproduce and pass on those resistant genes. Overuse and misuse of antibiotics are major contributors to this problem. When antibiotics are used unnecessarily, such as for viral infections, they kill susceptible bacteria, leaving behind resistant strains that can multiply and spread. The consequences of antibiotic resistance are dire. Infections caused by resistant bacteria are more difficult to treat, leading to longer illnesses, increased healthcare costs, and higher mortality rates. In some cases, resistant infections may become untreatable, rendering our current arsenal of antibiotics ineffective. The World Health Organization has identified antibiotic resistance as one of the biggest threats to global health, food security, and development today. Section 7. Vancomycin 3.0, a beacon of hope in the fight against resistance. The fight against antibiotic resistance requires a multi-pronged approach, including the development of new antibiotics. Vancomycin 3.0 is a recent breakthrough in this effort. Vancomycin, a powerful antibiotic used to treat serious infections, has been in use for decades. However, some bacteria have developed resistance to even this last resort drug. Vancomycin 3.0 represents a significant advancement, with researchers modifying the drug to enhance its effectiveness against resistant bacteria. This new iteration of vancomycin has 3 mechanisms of action against bacteria, making it much harder for resistance to develop. It targets the bacterial cell wall like the original vancomycin, but with increased potency. Additionally, it disrupts the cell membrane, further compromising the bacterial cell's integrity. Finally, vancomycin 3.0 alters the bacterial cell's metabolism, hindering its ability to function and survive. This multi-pronged attack makes vancomycin 3.0 a promising tool in the fight against antibiotic resistance, offering hope for the future of infectious disease treatment. Section 8. The power of responsible use, safeguarding our antibiotic arsenal. Each of us plays a crucial role in combating antibiotic resistance. Responsible antibiotic use is paramount. This means taking antibiotics only when prescribed by a healthcare professional and completing the full course of treatment, even if symptoms improve before the medication is finished. It's also essential to avoid demanding antibiotics for viral infections, as they are ineffective against viruses. By adhering to these principles, we can help preserve the effectiveness of existing antibiotics and mitigate the development of resistance. Furthermore, we can advocate for policies that promote responsible antibiotic use in healthcare settings and agriculture. Supporting research and development of new antibiotics and alternative therapies is also crucial for ensuring we stay ahead of evolving bacterial threats. Education and awareness are key. By understanding the importance of responsible antibiotic use, we can all contribute to preserving these life-saving drugs for future generations. Section 9. Embrace natural health, empowering your body's defenses. While antibiotics are essential for treating bacterial infections, promoting natural health practices can strengthen our body's defenses and reduce the need for antibiotics in the first place. A healthy immune system is our first line of defense against infections. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provides essential nutrients that support immune function. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and effective stress management techniques also play vital roles in bolstering our body's natural defenses. In addition to lifestyle factors, traditional and complementary medicine practices can offer natural ways to support immune health. Herbal remedies, probiotics, and other natural approaches have been used for centuries to promote overall well-being and enhance the body's ability to fight off infections. By embracing a holistic approach to health and empowering our bodies to thrive, we can minimize the risk of infections and reduce our reliance on antibiotics, ultimately contributing to a healthier future for ourselves and the planet. Remember, a proactive approach to health is always better than a reactive one.